Landon, it's going to be quick, so nice and quick.
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into Nickerson Hall. We've got a top 25 matchup for you tonight, the game of the year inside the GLVC. I'm Nathaniel Finch. That is Landon Coons. And, boy, I've got so much excitement built up for this game, Landon. The Greyhounds on a hot streak.
Yes, they're on a 7-game winning streak right now. All of Corsaro's starters have been phenomenal here as of lately, so it's going to be a great matchup for both teams here today.
How about Kendrick Choa coming off a career game? He has had himself a good stretch the last few days.
Yeah, against his previous game against Missouri S&T, 26 points, 7 rebounds. He has been phenomenal here, so it's going to be hopefully a great day here for Kendrick Choa.
These two teams played in the GLVC championship game last year at Edwardsville. The Greyhounds put up the first 18 points. UMSL responded and won the game pretty handily, but UMSL has 5 players that were on the GLVC team last year. They've all graduated. This is a new team. 2 players from that matchup last season are still on this roster, so it's going to be a fun one. We'll get to it right after this on the GLVC Sports Network and UINDY TV. Welcome back here to Nickerson Hall, ready to get going. You see Coach Corsaro excited. He's got his starters out on the floor. That's the usual 5 for the Greyhounds. Kendrick Choa at center. He's got a guard pairing out there of Jesse Bingham and Bruno Williams and a couple forwards. And Jacoby Robinson. You also will see Josiah Tynes manning the point guard, and it'll be Choa to tip. Pretty exciting one in front of us for UMSL. Again, a new lineup here, and they only have a couple returners from that game a year ago, Isaiah Fuller being one of them. Matt Enright's going to start with Fuller. Then we'll have Mason Cordobaum forward. Bowen Sundquist is in there as well. And then finally, Victor Wabarosha is the graduate center. The Greyhounds win the tip. We'll get things started with Josiah Tynes. Greyhounds in these nice white home uniforms. Looks like it went out of bounds there on Cordobaum, so the Greyhounds will keep possession. Landon, what a game we have in front of us.
Yes, we do, Nathaniel. To number 24, Indianapolis taking on number 11, UMSL. You couldn't have asked for a better matchup here, and especially one, it's a GLVC rivalry matchup too. This is phenomenal.
Nice little turnaround, Jay, there, but it is missed a tad short from Wabarosha. And now on the other end, the Greyhounds is Bruno Williams, who airballed that 3 on the last go at it. We'll see what the Greyhounds can do here to try to improve on that. Both teams coming off wins. They won last Thursday night. Of course, the Greyhounds won 6 straight before that as well, so they are on a hot streak, and they played very well. Here's a 3. Missed from Tynes. The product from Nova Scotia, went to Santa Fe College down in Florida before he came here to UIndy a couple years ago. And, man, he's been a standout player for the Greyhounds, but he can't connect there.
No, he just couldn't. But, yeah, you could definitely tell Tynes is definitely one of these star players here. If he's in Corsaro's main starting 5 here, like he has with the rest of the other players here, you know that Corsaro sees something truly special in him.
You just got to look at Bob Sunvold. He's from the Missouri St. Louis Tritons over on their sideline. I'll tell you a little bit more about him here in a bit, but first a wide open 3 from Jesse Bingham, and it's true. Start things off with a bang. How about that?
You couldn't have asked for a better start here for the Greyhounds here, getting it in front of control of Jesse Bingham here, not a Triton around him.
So now back on the floor, and the Triton's going to run their offense. All of a sudden, just a tick behind after the Greyhounds hit that nice shot. Trying to feed it inside, can't get it to go. And how about the Tritons in that game against McKendree, in which they won by 10? They were shooting 3s at will, hit 15 of them. And how about that? You know who else is shooting 3s at will? It's the Greyhounds with Jacoby Robinson. Robinson from Warren Central here in Indianapolis. What a shot he just put up. He averages 7 points a game.
Such a fantastic start here for the Greyhounds. Not only your first 2 shots of the day are all three-pointers here.
Trying to attempt one. Oh my goodness, how about that? Mason Kortelbaum on the other end with the three. This could be one of those games. It's just going to be a three-point fest. And like I mentioned, UMSL, they're up to the task. They hit 15 on Thursday. Look at this, inside, Choa, and one. If you ask Coach Corsaro how he wants this game to go, he's going to say give it to his Greek god, as he called him just 2 days ago. Choa is a beast.
Standing up at 6'7". He is one of the taller players on this team here, right next to David Eja and Julian Steinfeld. But my word, what a word from Kendrick Choa.
We'll see Choa from the stripe. A spot where he's greatly improved over the last couple weeks, shooting 67%. He was floating right around 50 for most of the year. But, I mean, obviously, when you get it up almost 20 percentage points there, he's been on a nice little tear from the free throw line. It's what happens when you get sent there 20 times a game. A little hack-a-shack action on the inside. Another three from UMSL, but they can't get it to go. How about this? The rebound, it looks like it went out of bounds on Indianapolis, but a foul before that. And how about that falling away was Kortelbaum, who couldn't get the three to go. He's already taken a couple. He is not afraid of shooting from downtown. He
is not, and you know that may be some of his comfort spots area, or his comfort areas there as well. So if he's not afraid, he's willing to go up to the task and do it. You know he's willing to.
That's number 15 we're talking about, who has the ball now. Now he gets it out to his teammate for three. It's true as well. Bowen Sandquist, a nice little triple there. He shoots 46% from downtown. He's number 1 in the conference in draining threes. We're going to see a lot more threes from number 2-2. I can promise you that. Here's Choa. He can come in strong. He does, and that's a pretty obvious charge. Negate the basket and give the ball to the other team.
Choa, though, not afraid to get out the elbows, the shoulders ready when necessary. So good start here for Kendrick Choa as he makes his way back over to the bench.
Gets a break after a nice little start. Choa already with 3 points on that and one and a rebound. So we'll see UMSL with some action on their end of the floor. Again, how about the amount of threes that we've seen made here? It's been very impressive. 2 from each team. It's not often you see the Greyhounds getting a three-point fest either, Landon. They like to get the ball inside and go for these nice two-point shots. How about that one? A nice layup on the inside by Matt Enright, the little guy, the freshman.
And to answer your question, I think Corsaro maybe tried a little bit different things here. Kind of wanted his players to try to branch out with some of those three-pointers here. So it very well could be a good strategy call for him.
Hey, if you're hot, you're hot. You get the green light. That time, ball goes out of bounds, but they'll say it remains UINDY possession. I'm going to try to figure this one out down on the floor. Ben Nickerson, one of the guys on that second team to come in for Indianapolis, out there with Eja, as you mentioned earlier, Julian Steinfeld. However, here's Bingham with a step back around the time. How about that? Around that left elbow, drains it with ease. That's a pretty shot. Now Bingham off to a hot start. He was very slow in a game where he only had 9 points a season low on Thursday.
Yeah, you mentioned season low. Every game he's had was a double-digit point, and he lost that streak against Missouri S&T. So Bingham is definitely looking hopeful to try to keep up, to try to regain, rather, that double-digit streak.
Team's best player, also Warren Central product, Tim Robinson, both on that 2018 undefeated team that Warren Central had. My goodness! Landon, we don't have time to tell any stories today. It's another three on the other end by Isaiah Fuller.
It's a three-fest out here on the Race Gilman court.
He's top 10 in the conference in field goal percentage. Here's a shot from the same area as the last possession, and Bingham can't get it to go. On the other end, real quick, and it's a bucket. No whistle. They'll keep playing, but Fuller drops it in. A nice shot from him. And suddenly, UMSL's got the lead. Greyhounds maybe a little flustered after a quick little 5-0 run from Missouri St. Louis. Here's Bruno Williams, thought about a three instead. He'll go up to the cup, and he gets it in a blocking foul. The hoop and the harm.
We see a lot of disagreement from the UMSL side of things here as he went up and he knocked.
Honestly, looking at that replay, the Greyhounds might have got away with that one. Let's talk about it next. First to break on the GLVC Sports Network and UINDY TV.
Hey, it's Giselle here on 88.7 WICR.
88.7 The Diamond, the only jazz and classical station in Indianapolis, completely led by the students of the University of Indianapolis. Listen to us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn app, FM radio, HD radios, or even on our website at wicronline.org, a different kind of public radio.
Look at this replay of this last and one play. Looks like the defender had his feet set, Landon, but they gave the hoop and then an extra foul shot here to the Greyhounds. And you're looking right now at Bob Sunvold. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but how about this? In his 10th season now with the Tritons, 172-99 is his record. He's been a mainstay here, and he's done a great job getting the Tritons where they need to be of late, especially with 3 straight 21 seasons.
And especially going to a GLVC tournament and winning that against the Greyhounds, too.
And they didn't stop there either. They went to the Elite 8 in the NCAA tournament just a season ago. They're trying to replicate that. They've been a top 10 team the last handful of weeks, but with the loss that they suffered just about a week or two ago, they fell out of the top 10. Doesn't matter, though. Number 11 in the country is still a pretty good number to be at. See a new Triton into the game here. That's Donovan Vickers. Make no mistake, he's coming off the bench, but he's one of their best players. On the other end, though, the block.
Oh!
My goodness, how about that sequence? The block from Trevor Moore just saved it all, and now he's going to take a 3. He's doing everything by himself. Steinfeld couldn't complete the putback, and on the other end, it was obviously a missed 3 that it was Tynes to get the rebound. What a sequence. This is going to be a high-powered game.
Jacoby Robinson tried to kind of fake out the other Triton player into going up for it, and Julian Steinfeld was almost there to complete the dunk, but just missed out on it.
In the double team, it'll be a violation. Over and back we see, so a turnover. Second one of the game for the Greyhounds. They only had 7 turnovers in that game against Missouri S&T, the 86-67 win. Played very well against a tough squad there. The number 1 offense in the GLVC was Missouri S&T. Team in yellow trying to retake the lead here. It's the Tritons. Nice little floater. Looks like a good shot, but they can't get it to go. Picking it up off the glass was Steinfeld. He's from Frankfurt, Germany, and he's 7 foot. Trying to find something to do with the ball. They finally do. UMSL's got the number 2 defense in the conference. It doesn't matter there. How about that? Jarvis Walker goes up, and looks like they blew a whistle for him as well, sent him to the line.
I've been very impressed with Jarvis Walker here as of lately. He's been having himself some stellar games here as of late for this Greyhound team. So Jarvis Walker definitely a force to be reckoned with on this team.
Averaging 8 a game. He's a transfer from Purdue Fort Wayne, where Coach Corsaro used to be an assistant. They didn't overlap at all in their time together, but that's where he came from. Oh, here's another 3 from the right wing, and it's good. Isaiah Fuller, 10th in the conference in points, and he hits his 2nd triple of the game. Fuller out to a hot start, already has 8 points. Here's Walker from the left elbow, bounces around, but no good. The rebound trying to navigate traffic. It looks like Coach Corsaro wisely called a timeout. Very well could have seen. No, they did end up calling that a foul. That'll be against Jacoby Robinson. And for Corsaro, you saw him there. 43-25 in his third year with the Greyhounds. Lost his first 7 games, but man, he's really cat the program out to a great start since then.
This will definitely be one of his most record book seasons here with the Greyhounds.
He's in his third year as the head coach, but man, he was an assistant for a couple years. He was a graduate assistant for this school. He played for this school. He was a quarterback for the team as well way back when. He graduated in 2012. So he knows UINDY basketball. As we've got our second over and back here, another turnover, trading blows there. These, again, like I said earlier, these are the 2 top defenses in the conference, and we see it here, another steal, poking it away.
Even just previously with the women's game, too, we saw a very defense-heavy matchup here, and we could very well see yet another one here today.
But these teams, they're going to make shots when you give it to them, so could be an interesting matchup. Williams goes up off the glass and slides it in. That was an impressive shot from Bruno, the transfer from Lewis. Vickers, the team's 6th man, kicks it out inside, trying to find something to do with the basketball. They shoot it, but it's blocked away by Mr. 7-foot Steinfeld.
The German is not afraid to get in your face there, and he will do whatever willing to try to block those shots.
Including faking a 3-pointer there. We knew he was going to take it. Has not taken a single one all year. From the corner, Bruno Williams can't get it to go. It's funny seeing Steinfeld fake like he was going to take that shot. I don't think anyone in here had any thought that he was. How about this? A wide open shot from mid-range, though. That's as easy as they come. Landon Donovan Vickers gets on the board. Averages 9 a game off the bench.
It's good to see a good start here from Mitchell already.
Vickers coming off a 17-point, 4-rebound, 3-assist game against McKendree on Thursday night. That was on the road. A 3-game road stand here in store for the Tritons. Bruno Williams, can he make his second 3? No, instead he misses his second one.
And we're starting to see the 3-pointers kind of fade away here from UINDY a little bit. They're only coming in now at 40%, while UMSL still sits at 67.
Another deep one and another miss. And now suddenly maybe the offenses are going to try to settle for some better shots. Yeah, Landon, once you miss a few threes, suddenly that excitement starts to fade away. Triple team and a foul and send Jesse Bingham to the line.
Yeah, Bingham just had no room to go whatsoever as he was just covered by so many Triton players.
Vickers gets called with a foul there. We'll assess the free throws next on the GLVC Sports Network and UINDY TV.
Award-winning news coverage. Brought to you by ethical journalists that care about you. We have you covered on crime, latest on sports, and the best in entertainment. This is UINDY TV.
Okay. I've graduated so many. Back here at Nickerson Hall. And these teams, they've played each other plenty, Landon. 25-9, UINDY leads the series, pretty much dominated. But UMSL, they've won the last 4, including 2 matchups last year. One inside Nickerson Hall, the other one at Edwardsville for that GLVC championship game. The Greyhounds scored the first 18, went on an 18-0 run. Of course, Corey Miller Jr. scored the first 10 of those. He's since graduated. UMSL, man, it's been impressive. And the run they've gone on the plate.
Something you got to remember about this UMSL team is that this UMSL team is not the same UMSL team that the Greyhounds last played early 2022 because of the GLVC matchup game, because a lot of their players have graduated. So this is a brand new team. Only, like you said earlier, 2 players still remain on this UMSL team from that championship game.
Free throws good for Jesse Bingham. And you know what's crazy is we see a turnover here. The Greyhounds with another chance. They can double up. Ball went straight into the hands of Ben Nickerson. He's going to dribble it here. Quick moving offense. Defense is just as fast. How about that?
Look at Walker trying to get an elbow out.
Mid-range J, successful. Rolls around the bowl and drops in for Jesse Bingham. But for this team, for UMSL, they had 4 players a season ago that were all conference honorees. They went to the Elite 8. Landon, the Elite 8 of the NCAA championship, and yet they graduate so many great players, and they're maybe better than they were a season ago.
It could be. Every team has that little niche that they like, and right now, like you said, that this could be the one that could take them all the way.
Credit to Coach Sunvold as we get a little slip in up here. A nice backdoor cut. Get it around Julian Steinfeld. To make that shot was Dylan West. And boy, I'm glad we're not out west right now. How about all the rain in San Francisco dumping on that AFC or the NFC wild card game? How about this, a 3? I misspoke. I said that he'll never take a 3, and 3 minutes later he does, but he misses it. It actually didn't look like too bad of a shot. Maybe let the big guy take those every now and then.
Could be a New Year's resolution.
Etherington with an easy foul. That's such a heads-up play there, though, from Sandquist, because he knew the foul was coming. He was on his feet, wasn't shooting, but when he saw Etherington in the air, leaned into it and tossed up a shot. It means he gets 3 free throw shots here.
He only comes in at 75% so far this year on the line.
Career, though, he's in the 80s. It's just been a little bit of a slower year this year. Sandquist, he's from Johnson, Iowa. Transfer from Midland University. And boy, he's carved himself out a nice little role here as a graduate student for UMSL. Second on the team in scoring and rebounding. And like I said earlier, Landon, he's number 1 in the conference when it comes to making threes. I'm sure it's why Etherington thought he had to commit so hard to try to close out that 3 from the corner. To take the lead, man, it's been a back and forth game. How about that? We're so early in the game, and we've already seen so many lead changes going back and forth. Greyhounds have taken the lead twice. UMSL's taken it twice, including right now. Halfway through the clock, and still no open shots. This defense has been impressive. Second behind only the Greyhounds. A 3 from the corner, and he capitalizes on a little bit of space. David Eja, transferred from NAIA St. Francis, went to Carroll High School in Fort Wayne.
And with that, brings the Greyhounds back into the lead once again for now.
I can't wait to see what the number of lead changes is going to be at the end of this game. Oh, inside. What? Landon, where was the foul? That was, did he seriously get all ball down there? It sure looked like Etherington just hacked.
It seemed like an easy foul.
Yeah, let's take a look at this replay. He just hacked Wabarocha, but I mean, it very well could have just got all ball. The ref was right there seeing it, went off the leg. It was pretty impressive by Aaron Etherington. Not bad. He doesn't just shoot. He can play some good defense from time to time. He gets the Greyhounds a possession. Landon, we talked about how this could be a defensive battle, and I don't think it's going to be a low-scoring defensive battle. It's going to be, oh, man, how about that at the buzzer? David Eja slips one in after the air ball. And he got it off just in time. Of course, it never hit the rim, so the shot clock did not reset. Not a bad little job by Eja, but I don't think it's going to be a low-scoring game, Landon. I think it's going to be a defensive game in the fact that you need to find the best shot because you're not going to find very many of them, but these teams, they can put up plenty of points as well.
I can definitely agree with you on that because right now we're nearing halftime here. As Etherington takes a fantastic shot, but it just couldn't quite connect on that.
How about the rebound by Wabarocha, though, climbing up there and getting it. Now on the other end, Wabarocha himself with a Euro, and he gets it in. A nice shot from him, the graduate student. transfer from Drury University. Used to be a former Panther in the GLVC. Etherington thought about a three again. He can get it to Nixon if he wants. Instead, Walker, corner. He made the last one. That one's a little shy. And it's Ejah with another rebound. He's got 2 to his name already early in this game. Skying up over the defender and sinks it. Nice mid-range J from Jesse. And boy, he was pissed off about not getting to double figures last game, wasn't he? He's already got 11 points.
Could you say this could be a potential revenge game for Jesse?
Well, more so
in the sense that he wants to keep the streak alive.
Exactly. And he was one of the 2 top scorers in that championship game last season. It was in the high teens. Corey Miller Jr. led the game in scoring, but Bingham right behind him had 18 in that game. The missed shot from Enright. Nice rebound from Etherington. How about this? How impressive has Matt Enright been this season? He's just a freshman. I mentioned it, 6-foot freshman guard, and he's been in the starting lineups this whole season. 7 points a game as we've got another 3 from the corner. Ejah's too short, but for Enright, he's top 10 of the conference in assists. He's the best in the metric of assist to turnover ratios. We get a block there, but a foul before it. It's been impressive seeing what Matt Enright's been able to do with this UMSL squad.
Yeah, if you're Matt Enright here, definitely you're the team's right-hand man when it comes to assists.
Took us a while. This game's moving quickly. We are at the under 8 media timeout, 2 minutes after the mark. Let's step aside. When we return, more on this game on GLVC Sports Network and UINDY TV.
Award-winning news coverage. Brought to you by ethical journalists that care about you. We have you covered on crime, latest on sports, and the best in entertainment. This is UINDY TV News.
Greyhounds hold just a 3-point advantage here in this game. It's been back and forth. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a pleasure to watch, and pretty surprisingly, it has gone very fast. Like I mentioned, we went 2 minutes without a dead ball.
Yeah, not a whole lot of mistakes happening here, so the refs are allowing this game to go out the way that it should be. And right now, still, we got 6 minutes before halftime here, and it is still a high-scoring game here already.
Did finally see a dead ball by way of a foul. That was a foul given the advantage to Isaiah Fuller. You see he hit his first one there. 71% free throw shooter, averages 15 points a game. He's the team's best player. Was with this squad a year ago. And in that year, he was coming off the bench a season ago. 15 bench points and 4 rebounds against UINDY in that GLVC championship game at SIUE, Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville. It's a great little tournament. Had the pleasure of watching the whole thing. The Greyhounds, a couple upsets early. Made their way to that championship game, playing with house money. Started 18-0 and Landon. I thought that was the end of it. I thought the Greyhounds were going to do what it took. Here's another mid-range J, and it's good. Landon, you think there should have been a foul there? The referees really swallowed the whistle.
Yeah, I think there should have been a foul on that one. I think, Coach Sunvolt and the rest of the Triton team there was looking for something, but let's just kind of turn a blind eye to that one.
This is taking us back to the days when Coach Sunvolt and Coach Corsaro used to play some basketball. How about this? Plenty physical. Top 2 defenses in the conference. Also 2 of the top 3 offenses, though, so it's not just defensive players. As the longer range 2 from Isaiah Fuller sinks. He's already got double figures today pretty easily. 12 points. It's been perfect from the field. Yeah, he's 8th in the conference in field goal shooting, so you see why he doesn't miss a lot. Choa inside. This is 2 points. Why even take the shot? No, instead he launches it out. Why did I Why did I say that, Landon?
I think that was a.
Typically, when you get it inside the Choa, he takes a shot, but the defense did such a good job closing in on him. He had nowhere to breathe.
Yeah, it's the 2-3-man coverage they had for him. Kendrick just had no room to move whatsoever, and he had to do something to get that ball out of there.
So it looks like Umsel has found a way to slow down the man that no one has been able to slow down this season. Again, 26 points at career high in that game Thursday night.
I'm noticing the trap defense coming back too, which we've seen here a little bit as of lately here. We both saw it when we traveled all the way down to Christian Brothers.
3, corner, too strong, rebound, Tritons. Yeah, I think they used that Christian Brothers game. It was a game that they knew they were going to win pretty handily, up 20 at halftime. They did plenty of traps, though, just to test it out. And here the last few games against GLVC opponents, we've seen it come out in stretches, and it has worked very well. We'll see if it does some more here again. Some tight defenses, and I'm sure they're going to get as many steals, as many possessions as you can. Williams moves around and is fouled. Now they blow the whistle, this time against Isaiah Fuller. It'll be a common foul. No shooting yet, but that's the 6th foul called against the team in yellow. See Coach Sunvold not the happiest as we head into the timeout. Not bonus shots yet, but the one after will be. Let's get right to it after the break.
Award-winning news coverage. Brought to you by ethical journalists that care about you. We have you covered on crime, latest on sports, and the best in entertainment. This is UINDY TV News.
6th roll.
Okay.
Back here at Nickerson Hall, we talked about how this trap has been working for the Greyhounds lane, and they have 5 steals already in this contest compared to none for Umsel, but that's really the only advantage the Greyhounds have here. The rest, looking at the rest of this, it's neck and neck in terms of scoring. You see it's only a point separating. Rebounds, only 2 rebounds separate the 2 teams. It's been close. Here's a 3 from the corner. Robinson can't get it to go. A year ago with Jacoby Robinson, that's about all he did. He would just post up in that corner, and he was automatic from 3. But now
look at Josiah Dines.
A fight going on over there. But now for Robinson, he's expanded his game. Little hook shot, no good. Taking away the long rebound by Tynes. It's been impressive to see the development of Jacoby Robinson. Of course, he's always been a good player. All the way back when they went undefeated, Warren Central did. In 2018, him and Bingham being teammates, but went to McKendree, transferred over here after a year, was freshman on the all-freshman team with the Bearcats. He's been a great player for Coach Corsaro and a good teammate. Him and Bingham, really good relationship dating back to high school, as you can imagine.
If you got that bond all the way back from high school, you know, you guys have had so much experience over the past years, so they know every little trick in the book for them.
Step back, triple, no good. Nice rebound there from the aforementioned Robinson. It was a shot taken from Trevor Moore. Usually hits a nice clip, 40% from downtown. Of course, this team is, in general, hits very well from 3, averaging 42%. They're the top 3-point shooting team in the conference. And the Greyhounds, Landon, they started hot with those 2 quick 3s, but haven't made one since. They've taken a lot, but 2 of 11, that's not going to get the job done unless they're able to do as successful as they are with all these steals, getting extra possessions.
And that could be 2. I mean, you mentioned 2 of 11. Something just ain't clicking right, too. And plus, you're thinking if you're Corsaro, you don't kind of want to tell your players, slow down, let's not take any unnecessary risks here at the moment. So just try to play it safe.
And get it to this guy who wears number 1. Get him inside, and he can really do some damage for you. Number 1 in the nation when it comes to shooting field goals. He doesn't miss very often, Landon.
Is the commentator's curse once again?
Doesn't miss from 2. All right, I'm not talking about free throws. Enough with that. Besides, the commentator's curse is not real. Nothing I say up here is going to make a difference. I'll stand on that grave. He'll take a break after making that foul shot. Cho with just 4 points here so far in the first half, a much different half than he had on Thursday. But again, the team's shooting pretty deep a lot of these times. I want to see him get inside to Choa some more, especially because he's got such a physical advantage on the inside. Umsel doesn't really have any big centers that are going to manhandle you. They just have a lot of guards that shoot very well, including this man here and Trevor Moore, who's going to move around, get it inside. Tipped away, but a foul. Steinfeld, a little too much contact against Dylan West. If they do have a big guy, it is going to be West, the 6'7" guy. And you see here on the inside, there's times we got him from behind, a little too much contact. Now each team will be in the bonus.
West only comes on the year so far at 71% from behind the charity stripe.
This Umsel team, they shoot 73% from that foul line. And they lead so many categories here in the conference. We talked about the number 3 offense, number 2 defense, but they're first in field goal percentage, first in three-point percentage, first in steals, first in turnover margin, although today the turnover margin's been a bit more skewed towards the Greyhounds. It's been an impressive run that Umsel's gone on, ripping through the conference. Right now only have 1 conference loss. Greyhounds have 2, so it could go a long way to determining who's going to be number 1 in the driver's seat of the GLVC standings, as we got a foul.
Yeah, we know with Corsaro, and I guess even with Coach Sunvolt, the GLVC losses, those have been the Achilles heels from both teams here, so give or take.
A couple perfect seasons when it comes to non-conference play from each of these squads. But you're right. The lone 3 losses between the two all took place from GLVC teams, and Rockhurst, a common opponent there, defeated the Greyhounds and the Tritons. Nice little job playing upset. They're not one of the top teams in terms of standings, Rockhurst isn't, but they can do a good job playing spoiler every now and then. Greyhounds' other loss was to Quincy. And in fact, Quincy's who Umsel is going to play this upcoming week, so that could be a big one. Quincy sits number 2 in the conference, sandwiched between these two teams. Umsel looking for something to do inside of this tough defense, and they get it inside. How about that? The circus shot's good. Dylan West, the windmill inside, and it's poked out. Greyhounds will keep possession, but how about that jumping into the pass? That young man right there, and Isaiah Fuller, redshirt junior for the team, in a timeout. We got the final minute and 5 seconds next on UINDY TV and the GLVC Sports Network.
Hey, it's Giselle here on 88.7 WICR.
88.7 The Diamond, the only jazz and classical station in Indianapolis, completely led by the students of the University of Indianapolis. Listen to us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn app, FM radio, HD radios, or even on our website at wicronline.org, a different kind of public radio.
Back here at the Nick, it's Josiah Tynes with the ball for the Greyhounds. A final 60 seconds to go in half number 1. Tynes from downtown, straightaway 3. Josiah Tynes. He shoots 46% from downtown, and man, he can be lethal at times. His first bucket.
He's definitely bringing the 3-pointers here, trying to restart it here once again.
It's the first made 3 the Greyhounds have had in over 10 minutes of gameplay. Triton's going to penetrate. They take a nice little mid-range J, but can't get it. How about this? Their rebound. Can't get that one to go either. Dylan West playing his best on the inside, but he couldn't get the putback. Shot clock turned off. The final play going into the break. Can we tie the game up, or are the Greyhounds going to keep the lead?
And they
will. Nice steal from Indianapolis. As Jacoby Robinson does his best to keep the Greyhounds in the driver's seat, ahead by 3 points heading into the break. More next on the other side.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela Burgess. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela Burgess. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org/opportunity.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Well, it's so many memories, I would say. I think the things that when my teammates and I get together, what we enjoy the most, I think, are just all the stories, all the things that happen between us playing against some of the best schools. You know, we played some Division I schools. We beat Eastern Illinois twice. A thrill for a Division II school to go in and to beat a Division I school. And I think we remember, you know, feeling like kind of the David versus Goliath. And that's what I think we realized, if you can come together as a group, you know, that you can have success. Well, I think any competitive person, it's tough. But I still look at it today. You know, it's been 30 years since I played competitive basketball, and In the business world and the education world, you lose, and things happen, and you go back to your playing days, and you got knocked down, and you got to get back up. So that was kind of our mantra. I think to have dreams. As a little kid, I had dreams that I wanted to do something athletically, you know, and basketball was my passion. And so I don't care what it is, do something that you like, that you're passionate about. That to me is the most important thing, and then work to achieve it. And if you work hard enough at it, I think your dreams can come true, even when people tell you it'll never happen. And that to me was kind of the David versus Goliath thing. Yeah, and it's a cliche, but I do think life is a game. Life is a competition. And I think I was prepared because I competed in college, and I say the same thing to people. You kind of those same attributes. You have to work hard, you have to practice what you want to do, and you have to believe in yourself, and you have to have those dreams, and you put that package together, and I think it's a pretty good package for success. Hi, I'm Larry Tucker. I'm a former NCAA student athlete from Lewis University.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com.
Back here at Nickerson Hall, it's the Greyhounds with a 3-point advantage. The score is 36-33 going into the first stanza. The second one, Well, that'll happen here in just a few moments. How about this? The number 24 ranked Greyhounds on top of the number 11 Missouri St. Louis Tritons. You see a few plays there. Some highlights from half number 1. It's been a physical game, Landon. These referees are letting the guys play. These are the 2 best defenses in the conference and 2 of the top 3 offenses in the GLVC. It has been a pleasure to watch this first half.
It truly has, Nathaniel. And like you said, the refs are really letting them play here. They know that this is a high-quality matchup here. They don't want to interfere. They just want to let them play some good old-fashioned college basketball here. And right now it's living up to the hype.
Each team's taken their lead 4 times. For the Greyhounds, they've held this for over 3/4 of the game. UMSL has it for a little less than a minute, so anytime the Tritons seem to get the lead, the Greyhounds have done a good job responding. It's been a back-and-forth game, and it's going to continue to be that way for the game of the year in the GLVC to this point, a rematch of last year's GLVC championship. It'll be the Tritons to start things off after the Greyhounds had the first possession of that first half, is trying the acrobatic play on the inside, can't get it to go. Nice steal there. It was Isaiah Fuller attempting the shot, and the Greyhounds come out with it.
Yeah, UINDY's defense really put the pressure up on the Tritons there on that last attempt for them.
The Greyhounds, Kendrick Choa, that's what we need to see the rest of the half. Choa is automatic on the inside. And I say he's automatic, Landon, because he quite literally has been automatic the last 2 games. He has not missed a shot, and he's number 1 in the nation when it comes to making these shots.
Just cannot give enough credit and appraisal to Kendrick Choa. Like you said, with Corsaro calls him the Greek god, he's truly acting like it.
He does a good job on defense there. Doesn't let Mason Cordobaum get any run. Head into the basket. So now on the other end, it's the Greyhounds. The last time we've seen 2 top-ranked teams in Nickerson Hall, that was all the way back January 9th of 2020. Coach Stan Gerard, the head coach at the time, that was the year before Coach Corsaro came in, as another make underneath the cup for Kendrick Choa. But this was in 2020, so quite a few years ago, 4 seasons ago. Coach Gerard led number 16 UINDY past number 20 USI when they were back in the GLVC still. This was at Nickerson Hall. The last time the 2 top-ranked teams have been in this stadium. And get this, later in that same year, January 18th, UINDY was ranked 23rd. They lost to UMSL, who was ranked 18th. That's the last time these teams have both been ranked and played each other. That was in St. Louis, though, so not at the Nick here. But then 2 days later, after UINDY lost to UMSL, well, they upset the number 1 team in the nation. That was Bellarmine, also in the GLVC at the time, and beat them at number 1 ranked. So that season we had 3 times where 2 GLVC teams went up against each other, UINDY being one of them, all top-ranked. It was pretty impressive. As far as Corsaro goes, though, he's played a top-ranked team twice. That was Truman both times. Won 1, lost 1. It's just so much fun seeing these ranked matchups in the GLVC, getting the conference back to what it used to be just a few short years ago.
Yeah, just something. There's always just something special and unique about these ranked games. It definitely brings better action. It attracts the crowd here today, and we can't go out here saying, "Wow, fantastic the crowd here looks tonight."
Mid-range J, it's a hook shot that's missed, and a jump ball. Bingham can't get it to go, and the rebound is contested between 2 players. That was Choa and Isaiah Fuller, so they're going to call it a toss-up. The Greyhounds will get possession. It's been a while since Nickerson Hall has been filled up. It's not filled up today, but these last few games we've seen larger and larger crowds. Of course, they've got their annual Pack the House game against McKendree next Saturday. It's when Coach Corsaro and the team invites everybody to get out here to Nickerson Hall, trying to fill this building. As we've got the 3-pointer from Tynes, no good. It'll be possession for the Tritons after the rebound unsuccessful off a white jersey. And UMSL will have the ball. Etherington sees some action now. Full court trap. We talked about it earlier, Landon. This team, they've done a great job getting steals today. They're trying to continue that here, although it does back off a little bit. UINDY with 6 steals in that first half. On the inside, trying to go up strong. Can't get it to go. How about the defense from Etherington? But the rebound, the effort. This kid doesn't give up. Dylan West with one heck of a show on the inside, but it results in a goose egg.
Yeah, it was all give there, no take there from each side here as we get. Oh, they're seeing some players getting swapped out.
In comes Ben Nickerson. Steinfeld comes in as well. Of course, you'll see him plenty. He towers over everyone else on the floor. Got a cool 5-inch advantage on the tallest player of the Tritons, and Dylan West. Williams inside by himself, launches it up, and it tapped in. Oh, they're going to say the shot doesn't count. Steinfeld got a little ahead of himself, tried to tap it in, tried to help out his teammate. Instead, take the points off the board. Goaltending.
It's not very rare you see very many goaltending calls here.
You know, if he just let it go in, it would have been fine. But
maybe
since it was on its way down and he tapped it, can't do that. If it popped out and he tapped it in, go for it. But he can't do it as it's on its way down. And we see Steinfeld inside trying to rectify that mistake here, see if he can play better defense. He can't. How about that? Dylan West over the big man. West top 20 in the conference in scoring. On the other end, the Greyhounds can't get a shot to go, but Steinfeld, the rebound, the hook shot, the rebound, the hook shot, the rebound, the shot, and unsuccessful. So add 3 tallies to the rebound category. Unfortunately, you have to add 3 to the missed shot category for the man from Frankfurt, Germany.
It's the same song and dance there multiple times. Just cannot close out the deal.
Greyhounds, the top team in the conference in offensive rebounds. That's a big reason why, is miss a lot of shots, but they get a lot of them back with their big men. Where's the foul? I love this. They're playing hard. No whistle. A couple hugs there underneath the basket as you saw a couple players tied up, but goodness. A 3 from the other end from number 3. He does it. Jesse Bingham. And look at this. Wide open. Can't ask for a better shot.
There wasn't a soul around that man.
Landon, what happens when you leave Jesse Bingham wide open for 3?
Is he going to go for 3?
He'll sink it every time. He will sink it every time. On the inside, acrobatic shot is in. And the foul. Going up hard. How about the size advantage? Matt Enright is a foot shorter than Steinfeld. And look at that. He just goes up.
That's a David and Goliath type scenario right there.
And David wins. We'll see the free throw shot next from Nickerson Hall.
You got Tennessee, Georgia.
Georgia, easily, man.
Come on. Tennessee's 8.5-point dogs. Easiest spread of all time.
How?
Because they're good, and Georgia's played nobody.
At least Georgia has a defense.
Oh, come on. You're an IU fan. Your opinion doesn't matter.
My opinion doesn't matter. The only thing you know as a Purdue fan is how to lose to a 15 seed in the March Madness tournament.
We're bowl eligible, my guy. Are you? Make sure to tune in to Last Call Monday nights. We'll talk about Division I football, give you plenty of UINDY sports, some interviews in there as well, and then plenty of pro sports, whether it be NFL, MLB, the whole shebang.
Yeah, and there's at least one guy that knows what he's talking about.
UINDY nursing a lead. It's up by 6, but it could go down to 5 after this man. Number 3, Matt Enright, attempts his free throw shot. Look at that. All the contact in the world by a man who's a foot taller than him, and Julian Steinfeld, and he somehow gets it to go in. Seems to be a magnet at the bottom of that net for Matt Enright this season. Coming off an 11.4 assist game against McKendree on Thursday. Team's leader in assists, and he's top 10 in the conference when it comes to that stat. And he drains the free throw with ease. Landon, when does the pressure really start to mount for each of these teams late in this contest? When do you think that really starts to be felt with every shot?
I think the more that UINDY here is increasing the lead here, I think that's adding the pressure for UMSL. And as for the Tritons here, as long as UINDY just keeps extending that lead, I think the pressure keeps falling more and more on those Tritons.
And then on the other end, what if what if it's a close game? They go back and forth. About what time do you think that, you know, every single shot gets taken and factored in to the stress levels of these players?
The later the farther this game goes along, the closer they are, that the risk factor and the high tensions here are just going to keep skyrocketing after shot after shot after shot.
Well, you hate to see it, but Kendrick Choa just missed his first shot in a few games. I'm sure he's still going to be sitting pretty at #1 in the nation when it comes to field goal percentage, but missed a shot there. Here's a three on the other end by the three-point specialist in Bowen Sandquist, and he gets it to go. The best three-point shooter in the Great Lakes Valley Conference sinks another one, his third. A whistle on the other end. It is another foul. This one will be called against Trevor Moore. Some good leadership there shown by Jesse Bingham as he talks to his teammate, newcomer this season, and Jarvis Walker. A few newcomers for the Greyhounds. We saw Walker transfer in, as well as David Eja. And then Sean Craig, a freshman, GLVC's top three-point shooter in terms of percentage. He doesn't shoot as many because he's coming off the bench later in games, but when he comes in, he's hitting at a high clip. Over half of his shots made.
Plus, he got a lot of CO2 from Sean Craig, even though he's not out here at the moment. Remember his first game ever played here at UINDY. His first points, 3 3-pointers in a row. So
really starting his career off with a bang, to say the least. Missed free throw, 5 on 4, but it goes out of bounds. A mistake as Trevor Moore sends it to the stands, trying to connect with his teammate in Sandquist there, as you see. Some tight defense from the Tritons. Bingham, he doesn't care about defense. Fade away, and he can't connect. Another steal. Here's Bingham, 3 on 2, goes up. He can't do it, but the rebound and the putback, and that's a miss, but a foul. So you won't count that as a missed shot for Choa, and he will get 2 shots at the line, where Kendrick Choa shoots nearly 70% at this point in the season.
It's 2 for 3 on the day already.
Choa with 8 points and 3 rebounds. He's got 10 straight games in double-figure scoring, trying to continue that streak. He can do it at this trip. He also has 4 double-doubles on the year to lead the team. He's just been such a force. Williams comes in for Bingham. Yeah, most of the starting lineup in, aside from Jarvis Walker, in instead of Jesse Bingham. Missed free throw attached short, and nice rebound by the big man, and Drew Sissy seeing his first time, the 6'10" transfer from San Diego City College. Working on Walker, passes it and can't connect with his teammate there. That was Trevor Moore trying to get to the cutting Drew Sissy. Walker's second foul, the Greyhounds' third.
And now it's starting to look like it seems the fouls are starting to pile on here just ever so slightly.
UINDY nursing a 4-point lead. Trying to bring that within a possession is this shot from the corner. Moore can't do it. Rebound. And the slightly tapped in shot. Not the slam like it looked like. He did a great job pulling back. A great job there from Wabarosha to sneak it in. Victor Wabarosha from Milwaukee. That's his hometown. Again, a former Panther of Drury. And now they say it's a charge. Now the whistles are starting to blow. You mentioned it, Landon. Some more fouls starting to mount up.
And when it rains, it pours. So this is, so the foul's starting to rack up here.
On the other end, nice little hoop and a nice set of extra foul shot here. Another and one. We've seen quite a bit today. Look at this. He just skies up. I don't know, Landon. I did not see any contact. He just seemed to be going backwards with him. But regardless, that they are going to send him to the line.
And we got ourselves a tie game here.
Donovan Vickers to take the lead. He does. Vickers' his 5th point today to go along with 4 rebounds in just 7 minutes. I want to see Vickers on the floor more. He's such a talented player for this team. Their 6th man. I contend he should be in the starting lineup. He's been a good player this season. From 3, right wing, bounces and a miss. That's Tynes, picked up by Sissy. So now, looking for a shot from the corner, can't do it. He hits most of them, that's Sandquist, but he couldn't there. And now too much contact, the whistles are forced to blow. It's a jump ball. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one up here as well. Coach Corsaro will have a word with his team.
Award-winning news coverage. Brought to you by ethical journalists that care about you. We have you covered on crime, latest on sports, and the best in entertainment. This is UINDY TV News.
Suddenly, Umsel with a nice little run. It's been 5 straight for the Tritons over the last 90 seconds, and that's what's given them this 1-point advantage. We got a jump ball in front of us. Possession arrow currently in favor of the Tritons, so they'll have the ball here to start things off to inbound it. Umsel trying to extend this lead. It's ever so narrow, and they've been going back and forth. Here's a 3 to go up by 4 for number 4, Donovan Vickers. What did I tell you, Landon? Get this guy some more playing time. Look at this shot.
If you're Coach Sandville, you have to think this guy has got to be in the starting lineup here sooner rather than later.
Greyhounds now down by 4. Umsel's biggest lead, but they cut it back down to 2. That's Robinson. Jacoby with 7. Vickers again from the stripe, and it's blocked away. Cisse knocks it away. From the corner, Jesse Bingham for 3. His 3rd on 3 attempts for number 3.
And what and already a 4-point run here, giving UINDY the lead back here once again.
And Bingham with 17 quick points. Just a point shy of his total in that championship game last February into March. Rebound after the missed shot from Vickers. That's Choa who picks up the board, his 5th. Robinson backing down Wabarocha, but the defense is better. Halfway through the clock, and there was definitely some walking, but it was invoked by a Vickers foul. He's not happy with it. He thinks he was playing good defense. Landon, what do you think?
I feel like it was good defense because, like, the pass was intended to go to Josiah Tynes, but Matt Enright was just able to get his body in between there. So, interesting call here.
Vickers upset. He's got to go think about it on the bench. So the Greyhounds will have the ball here. Just the 4th foul called against the away team. Choa with some contact on the inbound. He'll navigate traffic and...
I think he stepped out of bounds.
No, he got saved by stepping out of bounds because he got fouled before that. They're going to call the foul against Victor Wabarocha. Instead, they're going to switch that over to Cisse. So Drew Cisse heads to the bench. Just his first foul. And now another whistle. Landon, what happened to us flying through the halves? There used to be no whistles in this game. Now there's one every other second. Greyhounds get the advantage by a point.
I think the refs are starting to crack down a little bit harder here. I don't think the Tritons were too happy seeing what they saw in the first half. So
Choa inside. Here's Bingham. Can't get it to go. Man, that looked like it was good. A lot of contacts. This time they don't blow the whistle. It looks like it was just incidental. 3-pointer. Nice use of the screen. Rebound goes from the tipped hand of Tynes to who's going to get credited with it in Choa. It's going to be Choa's 6th rebound. Williams, dribble drive, comes in hard and is fouled. No, jump ball. They tied him up as he took a few steps inside the lane. Possession arrow for the Greyhounds. Jarvis Walker comes in. Landon, we talked about him. Tell me about Sean Craig.
Sean Craig, or as I like to call him from the beginning of this year, the 3-meister. Your first big game on the stage of being inside Nicholson Hall, your first 3 points, all 3 3-pointers here. So you couldn't have asked for a better start here from Sean Craig. We haven't seen him as much here lately, but now he's coming in here once again.
The 3-meister, right? Is that what you said?
3-meister.
Have you told him that's what his nickname is?
No, I don't think so.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Well, I probably wouldn't. I know it's not a good nickname.
We see the tie-up on the inside. Greyhounds ahead by a point, but Umsel's going to have the ball. Choa gets called for his 2nd foul, and Landon, going back a couple years ago with Kendrick Choa, seemed to foul out every other game. He does not pick up hardly any fouls anymore. How does he do it being so physical but not picking up fouls?
I think a lot of that, too, is a testament to Coach Corsaro. Trying to reinvent him as to be this better man, of not trying to foul out as much as he used to here. So I think a lot of coaching, a lot of training, and a lot of self-help on his end here has been making him better without fouling out.
Spinning around in the low block. Nice cut. My goodness. Would have been beautiful if Wabarocha could connect with the bottom of the net, but instead it goes off the backboard. The Greyhounds trying to increase this penny lead. Bingham backing him down, goes up and misses it. Bingham gets his own rebound and gets the putback. Jesse Bingham, his 19th point of the day, working on Matt Enright. Just dominates on the inside.
That just seems to be his comfort spot at the moment. And right now, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right wing, Bingham defending. That's Sandquist, who takes a 3. Don't know about that shot. I know he's such a good 3-point shooter. He can be lethal at times, but maybe look for a better shot in that regard. As now we're going to see Tynes cross the timeline. Bingham with the drive. Bingham with the shot. Bingham is fouled. To the line for 2. And a timeout. Bingham will be sent to the charity stripe for 2 shots, trying to take a 5-point lead when we come back.
Hey, it's Giselle here on 88.7 WICR.
88.7 The Diamond, the only jazz and classical station in Indianapolis, completely led by the students of the University of Indianapolis. Listen to us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn app, FM radio, HD radios, or even on our website at wicronline.org, a different kind of public radio.
Take a look at this three from Jesse Bingham. Man, he has been electric. 3 of 4 from downtown. And on the other end, we see him again. Not just a three-point shooter, Landon. He can make some tough contested shots on the inside. He was sent to the line after being fouled. Coach Corsaro happy with what he's seeing from his leader in Jesse Bingham. He's got 2 shots at the line. They're up by 3, could go up by 5.
Granted, Jesse Bingham only does come on at 58% so far in the year on free throws.
Hits the second one, a 2-bucket lead. Vickers returns to the lineup. He'll be guarded by Bingham, one of the team's best defenders as well. Definitely the team's best players on offense. In fact, one of the best offensive players in the conference. He's top 3 in scoring as Bingham, but he can do some damage on defense as well. Craig gets called to the foul, and that will bring out Jacoby Robinson in his place. When you're a young guy like that, you got a short leash.
Yeah, but then again, he's like you said, he's a freshman, so he's got a lot of time in his life to improvise and adapt over his tenure here at UINDY.
Sandquist hits the free throw, back to a 2-point contest.
A lot of pressure being put on Jacoby Robinson here.
Look at this, he contorts his body and gets it to go in. He had all that pressure in the world, Landon, but it didn't matter. What a shot.
He was unfazed by that, shrugged it off his shoulders.
On the other end in the half-court offense. Sitting halfway through the shot clock. Sizing up the idea of a 3 is Fuller and a foul. Williams going to be called with the foul there, just a little too strong on the outside.
Fuller sinks his first free throw.
For Isaiah Fuller, the team's leading scorer on the season, the team's leading scorer on the day. He averages 15. He has, drum roll please, 14 points. Hounds by a bucket. Tynes working on Enright. Turn around, 3 off the side of the backboard. Was not there, and what was a very tough shot for Robinson.
Yeah, that Triton defense, it is just truly staying up to its word here and not allowing Jacoby really any room to work with.
Enright working on Tynes, spins around on the GLVC logo in front of the charity stripe. And now it's going to be a turnover. The Greyhounds force another turnover. So far today, 12 from Missouri St. Louis. Tynes being defended tightly. Now here's Bingham. This defense so impressive, but it lets an open three go. And the open three is drained. It's Jacoby Robinson. Money.
I love the gladiator style reaction with his arms out.
And big thing is, he gives the Greyhounds now a 5-point lead, the biggest lead they've had in a moment. Not the biggest of the game, but it's been back and forth for the most part until then. How about Robinson hits double figure scoring at 12. He's made 2 from downtown, including the one to open up the game. Williams comes in strong to his teammate Choa. Choa's going to spin around and hit the bucket. His screaming teammate Williams satisfied with that.
You gotta love it from this Greyhound team here. See what they could do here.
Sandquist with a pass inside. It goes off the hand of Bingham, who's just trying to corral it in for himself, but instead goes out of bounds. It'll be Umsel ball. And still in Weston there trying to grab it as well. Vickers, his team down by 7. He'll get it and go up strong, and is blocked.
Oh!
The length of Jesse Bingham.
Jesse Bingham, kind of the little smirk on his face, look like he has no remorse for that.
Great job on defense. Here's an offensive stop and popper, though. Can't get it to go. How about Isaiah Fuller, though? Shook off the screen masterfully, went around it, and didn't allow the open shot. And couldn't hit it when he got it, what did Bruno Williams. So the deficit stays at 7 for the Tritons, and now they see a trap. Corsaro barking some orders.
Oh, filthy steal.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kendrick Choa.
That was filthy.
I can promise you we're going to see that replay 100 times at the end of this game. That could be the difference. Still plenty of time, but man, he just opened up a nice little 9-point lead. Trying to cut into it. On the other end, nice little shot, and it goes in. How about the left-handed layup working around the big man? Basket's good. Timeout from Coach Sunvold. It's crunch time. 3.5 to go. More next.
Hey, it's Giselle here on 88.7 WICR.
88.7 The Diamond, the only jazz and classical station in Indianapolis, completely led by the students of the University of Indianapolis. Listen to us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn app, FM radio, HD radios, or even on our website at wicronline.org, a different kind of public radio.
Kendrick Choa, he's the man. Take a look at what he just did. How filthy. Cut the pass all by himself and just hangs on the rim. That was a beauty. Look at that. He just cut right in front of Isaiah Fuller.
That was so beautiful.
Told you we're going to watch it a lot. I wasn't kidding. How about this? Could just put that on repeat. All right. So to reset things, the Greyhounds ahead 62-55, up by 7, 3:31 to go in the contest. And that man right there, he looks at his hands. He says, what have I just done to the Tritons? Committing murder. Coach Corsaro says Kendrick Choa built like a Greek god, and he shows off his physical talents there. He's going to cut towards the basket if they can find him, but instead knocked out of bounds. Greyhounds will keep possession. I'm sure they're going to try this again. I like that. As soon as that ball was sent in, Choa just sprinted straight for the Greyhounds bucket, hoping to get a nice little two for there. Timeout again. Landon, let's stay here, though. How about the Greyhounds, though? This little stretch they've gone on, it has been very impressive, and it's opened up this, still plenty of time, but it's definitely opened up a nice little lead for Indianapolis.
It definitely has, and I think definitely credit that has to go to our two big titans of industry here on this lineup, being Kendrick Choa and Jesse Bingham.
Choa's got 13, Bingham's got 20, to your point.
And even Jacoby Robinson, he's got 12 too. You got those three guys up there. Maybe we could add a fourth here sooner or later, but you cannot give Coach Corsaro enough credit for what he's been able to do with this team and turning them around into this fantastic caliber team that he's made them to be.
Hey, the final 3:29 when it ticks off the clock, we'll have a conversation with Coach Corsaro, win or lose at half court. Looking forward to that and hearing what he has to say about the program. It's been impressive what he's built so far this year, over the last couple years, and more specifically the last 7 minutes. Coach Corsaro has been really showing off that he could be a great head coach at this level. Helps, though, when you got a man like Kendrick Choa roaming around the court.
It definitely does, and Kendrick Choa is just, words cannot describe the fantastic efforts that he has been putting in here these past few minutes.
Choa gets the inbound. We're going to need to see some great defense here from the Tritons. They want to keep this one neck and neck. Williams working on Wabarocha. Inside, and a foul. They foul him before he even gets the ball, Landon. As we see West, a little too much contact before the pass even hits the hands of Choa. And I know we've seen a lot of fouls against this man because he's going to make the shot if he's open down low. So that's really the only way to defend him. But they didn't even let him get the ball in his hands.
Nah, didn't even have time to for that one.
1-on-1 bonus. If he hits the first, he'll get a second. Shoots around 70% on the year. He's missed a couple today, 3 of 5. But he hits it. Another chance for him. Choa hits them both. Take advantage. When you're down the stretch, you need to hit free throws.
And they're back now to the tied up once again for the biggest lead of the day with 9 points for UINDY.
They've held the lead for over 30 minutes today. It's been back and forth, but every time Umsel has the lead, the Greyhounds take it back, though. That's a big way to get back into it. Bowen Sandquist, his 4th three-pointer of the day. The Greyhounds are moving quick. You imagine they're going to cross half court and then take a breath. Trying to slow things down, but you need a good shot here.
If Umsel can even let them catch a breath.
If Umsel can keep going down and hitting some of those threes, they're right back in it. 6-point game. From straight away, kiss to the sky does Jesse Bingham.
That is a bless up from Jesse Bingham right there. The crowd loves it.
Back to a 9-point game. Greyhounds trying to pull off the upset over the 11th best team in the nation. That's a good way to get back in it, though. Isaiah Fuller, nice runner, puts up the layup. Stolen away. This is big. 1-on-1 and right. He can't get it to go. Tynes with the great defense and his teammate and Robinson in a foul. Landon, that is huge. If you make that layup, that's a whole different dynamic to what would have been a 5-point game.
It could have. And a lot of times you think what could have been. And there could have been so much that could have happened there. So many missed opportunities for the Tritons there, right there.
We just saw Josiah Tynes march 60 feet to the other free throw line. He'll head back there and have a couple shots after this on UINDY TV and the GLVC Sports Network.
Award-winning news coverage. Brought to you by ethical journalists that care about you.
The interview goes at the end of the game. Back here at Nickerson Halls, we've got Tynes towing the line. Under 2 to go in this contest. It was Corsaro who took the last time out. How about this? Tynes marched from one free throw line to the other to take a couple shots. I'd imagine we're going to see that another couple times at the end of this game. The Greyhounds in the driver's seat, ahead by 8 over a top 15 ranked team in our great nation. Umsel rated as high as 4th just a week ago. Watch that ranking dwindle down after a loss to Rockhurst. The Greyhounds can relate to that. Now on the other end, cutting Wabarocha, and he's fouled. Bruno Williams not happy with that call. I don't know what I saw. I don't know if I saw much there either, Landon.
I didn't see much either, but Bruno Williams, I don't think he quite agrees with that.
Team's 9th foul. Each team has 9, so from now on, double bonus shots. He'll get 2 here as he was attempting a shot. Victor Wabarocha, 10 points to his name per game so far this year. As he drains the first one. Those are going to go a long way. They want to get back into this contest. He only has 5 points today, though. 5 rebounds and 3 assists, though. Not a bad off-ball stat line. Just not putting up the scoring that he's typically used to. Within 7. Plenty of time to go. Umsel has to feel like they're still right there. This time the turnover by the head referee lets that one slip across. And he's trying to explain to Tynes that, hey, you're supposed to grab that. Tynes says, no, it was 3 feet in front of me. I'm going to get called. You're going to call me for that if I reach out and grab it and step on the other side of the line. What do you mean? Nice little.
Just trying to play by the rules there.
Nice little conversation between Tynes and the referee. I'm sure it went a little bit nicer in the way I said it, but trap. He's in trouble in a timeout.
If you're Corsaro, you couldn't do anything. That's the only best out way you could try to get out of there.
Kudos there to Bruno Williams. So what a heads-up play to call the timeout because he knew, hey, I'm trapped. I have to get rid of it. That's a heads-up play from someone, who's in their senior year transferring for the Greyhounds. Let's see the final minute 45 after this.
We got Tennessee, Georgia.
Georgia, easily, man.
Come on. Tennessee's 8.5-point dogs. Easiest spread of all time.
How?
Because they're good, and Georgia's played nobody.
At least Georgia has a defense.
Oh, come on. You're an IU fan. Your opinion doesn't matter.
My opinion doesn't matter. The only thing you know as a Purdue fan is how to lose to a 15 seed in the March Madness tournament.
We're bowl eligible, my guy. Are you? Make sure to tune in to Last Call Monday nights. We'll talk about Division I football, give you plenty of UINDY sports, some interviews in there as well, and then plenty of pro sports, whether it be NFL, MLB, the whole shebang.
Yeah, and there's at least one guy that knows what he's talking about.
Last call for UINDY TV. Going to start up here in just 2 weeks. Catch the second round of the playoffs. As now we've got back to this game. Williams to Bingham, and now the Greyhounds are crossed half court. Took them a while to do so, but they do. And now on the other end, Bruno faked the 3. He'll lose the ball. Ball's on the ground. Kick ball. Greyhounds have possession. Would have been huge if Umsel could have got the turnover, but instead Indianapolis will keep possession. Up by 7.
UINDY's been very fortunate to have all the calls go in favor of them.
Both these teams are averaging 79 points a game. If they're held under that, just a little bit of time to go. Bruno Williams, tight defense from Fuller. He'll drive inside, he'll go up for the shot, and it's rejected. A huge play from Drew Cisse. Corsaro's upset, rightfully so. Greyhounds do keep possession though, as that one was rejected out of bounds. The high inbounds pass going up for the shot, and he gets it, breaking the 70 mark. It's Kendrick Choa with his 17th point. Not a bad two-game stretch for Choa, 26 on Thursday. Under 60 seconds. Nice three, banks it. He banks it on a Saturday afternoon. The bank is open for Donovan Vickers. Tight defense. Greyhounds do get it across the timeline in time. And now Choa. Oh, here we go. Kendrick Choa is fouled. He will be sent to the line. Team's 10th foul. Kendrick Choa to the free throw line, where he's hit 5 of his 7 shots to this point. He's got 17 points and 9 rebounds, 2 steals as well. Just a board away from a double-double. He's having himself another outstanding afternoon like he has so many times in the last month or so. Drains it, the ever-critical late game free throw shots. (73-65) your score. It's a close one. In crunch time, the pressure continues to mount. UMSL needs plenty of quick buckets. Trying to defend on their 11th ranking, and it's a missed three. Putback is missed as well. Another board, and it goes out of bounds. Quick three, faked it, has to get rid of it. And he hits it, how about that? We're right back in it. It's a 5-point contest. UMSL's got a shot. Jesse Bingham trying to get rid of it. Here we go, Bruno up high.
Ejai did not have enough time to react to do any shot there.
Corsaro giving some words to one of his better players on the season, Bruno Williams. He'll go in and talk to the rest of the huddle. It's crunch time. Man, how about the pressure on these? David Ejai's got to hit him. He averages 82% from the stripe this season.
Oh, that was close.
Keeping the Triton faithful alive with some hope here. Makes the second one though, and boy, it sure looked like he was going to miss that.
I think
on the other end, 15 seconds to go. Foul! To the line will go Matt Enright. Ejai called with his 3rd foul. And Landon, if there's one guy that you want to send to the line, his name is Matt Enright, 58% from the stripe.
Okay. He's up to a tall task right now.
Hits the first. Enright, big free throw. Within 5. 15 seconds to go and a timeout. Good time for Coach Sunville to think this one over. Landon, what a game we have in front of us. More next on UINDY TV and the GLVC Sports Network.
Award-winning news coverage. Brought to you by ethical journalists that care about you. We have you covered on crime, latest on sports, and the best in entertainment. This is UINDY TV News.
You're looking at Bob Sunfold in his 10th season with the team, trying to get his 173rd win. It's going to be a hard-fought one there. So we see a block, but it was by way of a foul, so in favor of Cho. Well, look at this, though. A big clutch three from the top of the key. And the conference's best three-point shooting team so far today. For UMSL, 9 of 19. That's good for 47% from downtown. They really hit some quality three-point shots. For the Greyhounds, though, going to go with the inbound pass here and a quick foul. Williams to the line. That's what the Greyhounds were trying to do. Bruno, so good at the free throw line with 82% on the season. He's going to jog his way to the other side of the floor.
Yes, we're about to even shoot some free throws, but I just wanted to say, too, I think it's really interesting. This game started off really three-point heavy, and it's getting back to that point here. It's all coming full circle here at the very end.
Nursing a 4-point lead to keep it within a two-possession game, and he does. So you're up by 5, can go up by 6, and suddenly starting to squeeze some of the air out of the fans of University of Missouri St. Louis, making a 3.5-hour drive down I-70. Hits the first but misses the second. It's a 5-point game. You go for just a quick 2 here. He goes all the way in. You need 2. He doesn't get it. And Williams, and that's a foul. But this one is all but over as he will march another 60 feet to shoot 2 more. And how about that? For Enright, you needed to hit the layup, and he can't, and that's the difference. The Greyhounds, they have the best defense in the conference for a reason.
Again, I think UMSL's going to look back on what we could have done better, what we could have improvised on, but kudos to UIndy's defense on this.
Williams hits the first. Averaging 8 points on the season. That's his total right now. Or rather, he just hit his 9th and then 10th point, so he's in double figures. Right up there with Choa at 19, Robinson with 12, and Bingham at 23. A second to go. Game over, 77-70. The Greyhounds upset the number 11, but not for long. UMSL Tritons, watch that ranking go up for Indianapolis.
What a fantastic win here today for this Greyhounds team as Nathaniel making his way down on the field. Hopefully we're going to get a word here with Coach Corsaro and as he does make his way out. A packed house here on a Saturday afternoon and a tremendous win for the UIndy Greyhounds. Nathaniel getting closer here to Corsaro. I wanted to have a word. And now, we're getting things set up here just momentarily. We get a chance to talk to Jesse Bingham instead. So now, Nathaniel will take on Jesse Bingham.
Here with Jesse Bingham. Jesse, you just scored 23 points, game high. Didn't have the best game on Thursday, but what was the change today that gave you guys this win?
Just my coaches and teammates are always in my ear, just tell me to be confident in everything I do and just go out and be the best version of me possible. I just feel like that's what's special about this team. Even when I'm at my best, I know we got a locker room full of guys that can pick it up and perform and feel the stat sheet every single night. So tonight was my turn, and it just felt great.
Winners of 8 straight. You just knocked off, a top 15 team in the nation. It won't be long before you're there. What does this win mean for the program?
In reality, we approached it like it was just another game. We didn't want the rankings to get to our heads, just to make us too tight and too tense. But it just feels great just to get another one in the nick. That's all we can ask for.
What was that feeling like towards the end of the game when it's a 5-point game in stretches? It's a close game. How tense were you guys? How stressful was that late in the game?
We practice late game situations all the time. We emphasize just finishing with a shot and taking care of the ball, limiting our turnovers and crunch time, and just focusing up on the defensive end and securing a rebound. So realistically we built for this. So it was nothing. It was really nothing new for us.
Jesse, thank you. Go celebrate.
Yes, sir, appreciate you.
Thank you, Nathaniel. Now as we look back here as he makes his way up here, let's go through some stats going around here and some of the stats here from the UINDY side of things. Jesse Bingham was the lead scorer of today's matchup, 23 points. Kendra Choa came in second place with 19. Jacoby Robinson 12 and Bruno Williams with 10. All four of those players getting double-digit points. Bingham was the best in the field goals, 8 for 17, and best on three-pointers, 4 for 5. Choa was best on free throws. He was 7 for 9, even leading the rebound category with 9.
Landon, my goodness, what a game that was.
You couldn't have asked for a better game here, especially, like I was saying, on a packed house here Saturday afternoon. Big GLVC rivalry coming up here, a ranked rivalry. You couldn't have asked for a better way to spend your Saturday afternoon.
Hey, it's our 4th UINDY TV broadcast in 2 days, but we're not done yet. On Monday, we've got 2 great ones. Maryville comes to town. The women's team will play first. That game at 5:30. We'll have it here on UINDY TV, and of course, as always, on the GLVC Sports Network. And then the men's game after that, and man, who doesn't want to watch a team that's just won 8 straight? And by the time things come around on Monday night, that ranking is going to be higher, I'd say, in the teens. This is a fun team to watch.
It truly is, Nathaniel, and this, like you said, it's a fun team to watch. I mean, after that, even after the Maryville game, we had the Pack the House event here, so if you're out here in the Indianapolis area, come and support your local Greyhounds.
What a stretch the last 8 games for Indianapolis. And they're going to continue to roll against Maryville on Monday. Make sure to tune into that game right here. Come out and watch it at the Nick. You just heard from Jesse Bingham. Very thankful for his time. He's now talking over to the radio crew on the other side of the arena, so making his rounds before he can go enjoy this moment in the locker room. You got to imagine that's going to be a very excited locker room.
There's going to be a party back in that locker room there. It's going to be screaming. There's going to be confetti shooting everywhere.
Joey Messenbrink, Liam Blaze, and Jace Hodge, our camera operators, grateful for you. Our fearless director is Naya Ortiz, producing duties on the other end of the set. Rick Dunkel and Brandon Barger. I'm Nathaniel Finch. You just heard from Landon Coons. Also on the broadcast for a quick moment was Jesse Bingham. Thanks to everybody for watching. Until Monday,